Hello friends, welcome to 5-minute class. Today we are going to discuss some of the examples on the time complexity. Let us see the first question. सबसे पहले हम इस क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं. For I equals to n upon 2, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. For j equals to 2, j less than equals to n, and j equals to j into 2. And inside the inner for loop, the statement is k equals to k plus n upon 2. Fine. So जैसा कि हम पहले ही पढ़ चुके हैं, पिछले वीडियो में हमने डिस्कस किया था कि फॉर लूप कितना टाइम लेता है. तो सिंस दिस लूप इज रनिंग फ्रॉम n/2 to n, so it will take n upon 2 plus 1. This will be executed for n/2 times. This will be executed for also n/2 times.
सब्सक्राइब करो पहले. हाँ जल्दी करो, मुझे पता है कि आप लोग नहीं करते हो, वीडियो देखते हो लेकिन सब्सक्राइब नहीं करते. लाल कलर का बटन नहीं से दबाओ, जल्दी दबाओ फिर मैं शुरू करूँ. दबा दो जल्दी.
It is less than or equal to n. Okay, the value of j is getting double till it is reaching to the value of n. So several times we can double a number till it is less than n. So it will be log n. Okay, so it will be log n, and this would also be log n. We can understand with this example. For example, if you take n equals to 16, then the value of j would be 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay, so it will be running only for the 4 values. Fine, means the value of j will be updated for only 4 times. Similarly, if I take n equals to 32, so the value of j would be 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Means it is going up to only for the 5 updation. Fine. So the j would run for order of log n. The value of j would run for order of log n. So that's why the inner loop will take log n, and the statement inside the inner loop would also take log n. Okay, so the total time complexity or time function would be sum of all the complexity. So it is n/2 plus 1 plus n/2 log n plus n/2 log n. So it is n/2 plus n log n plus 1. Okay, so this n/2 can be ignored. So here the complexity can be represented as order of n log n. Okay, so the second question is, for the function n to power k and c to power n, find the asymptotic relationship between these two functions. Means we want to find the asymptotic relationship between n to power k and c to power n. Okay, so we have to assume that k is greater than or equals to 1 and c is also greater than 1. Okay, and both are these constant. Fine. So to answer this, we need to think about the function, how it grows, and what function binds its growth. We know that n to power k is a polynomial function and c to power n is a exponential function. You also know that polynomials always grow more slowly than exponentials. Okay, we can see it in the graph. That suppose this is your polynomial and this is exponential. So So here in the on x-axis the various value of n, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. On this side the function values are like 50, 100, 150 and so on. So we could prove that with a graph, but we have to make sure we look at it for big values of n. Okay, means as I told you many times that basically we have to look for the big value of n. Okay, so because the early behavior could be misleading, so the answer for this would be that n to power k is basically polynomial and this is your exponential. So this is greater, so we can represent it with the help of the big O notation. So we can say that n to power k is order of c to power n. Okay, because c to power n, this is your upper bound. Okay, means the function n to power k is order of c to power n, but we cannot write vice versa. Let us see the next question. Find the time complexity of the following code: x equals to 0, y equals to 0, for loop I equals to 0 to n, a equals to a plus random function. Another loop for j equals to j less than m, j plus plus, b equals to b plus random function. Okay, so let us find the time complexity. This for loop will take n plus 1 unit of time. If you could not understand that how this n plus 1 came, you can click on the I button and go to my previous video. You can check how this n plus 1 is calculated. Since this loop takes n plus 1 and this statement will be executed for n times, so this will take n unit of time. Similarly, the second for loop will take m plus 1 unit of time, and this statement would also be executed for m unit of time or m times. Fine. So the total time complexity or total time will be taken as represented by the function f of n equals to n plus 1 plus n plus m plus 1 plus m. So this can be represented as 2m plus 2n plus 1, 2m plus n plus 1. So it can be represented as big O notation, that is order of m plus n. Okay, so this is the answer for this example. Thank you.